welcome back to another video. This really popped when I saw it. That to me is a monster increase. Again, this book got hot. This book is ready to go higher. So let's jump right into it. We are back today with another statue review from Diamond Select Toys. Without further ado, let's get into the review. What is going on YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles and welcome back to another video. Today we're here for Cop or Drop. This is episode number 9, believe it or not. And I have some really awesome stuff to go over with you guys today. But before we do, like always guys, I'm going to ask you, if you are not a current subscriber of the channel and you've been enjoying some of my content, do me a favor, click that subscribe button for me because it does help me out and I believe you will not regret it. Tap that like button because it does help the algorithm out. Of course, turn on notifications because it lets you guys know when I post new videos. One other announcement, if you guys haven't noticed, I have some new t-shirts for sale. I have to put an order in. I'm figuring around $20 a shirt right now, so all different sizes. If you guys are interested in t-shirts, do me a favor, I just don't know how many to order. Drop me a comment down below, just say yes and the size. With that said, we're going to jump right into Cop or Drop, episode number 9, and I have 2 books to go over with you guys today. One book that I'd be copping, one book that I'd be dropping. We're going to start with the drop this week, and this is getting difficult, like I said. There are a lot of books right now I really just want to hold on to or I want to buy because the market is coming in. But the one I chose to drop this week was none other than Amazing Spider-Man number 15, the first appearance of Kraven. I know, how could the Spider-Man guy drop any Spider-Man books? To be honest with you guys, if you are holding this book long term, I think it's no problem holding on to this one. But if you're holding on to this book and you're probably going to get rid of it within the next year or two when the Kraven movie shows up, I'd be probably selling this book right now if I owned it. Why? Plain and simple. Everything that Sony touches when they do on their own has not been good, right? We got the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire way back when. It was okay. You watch those movies now, you can't even watch them, right? They did the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. The first one was okay. I never liked the suit. And then Amazing Spider-Man 2 was god-awful. Now, all of a sudden that it's gone over to Marvel, they've created a lot better movies and a lot better stories. With that said, guys, the Kraven movie is going to be coming in the next couple of years. They are filming it right now. I am not hearing good things from the actors involved and for the people surrounding the movie. It's typical Sony nonsense. While I love the character and I love the book, I'd be getting rid of this one right now if you're not a long-term holder. We're going to jump into the numbers like we always do, guys. And it's going to give you a little bit of a hint here. You ready? So we're going to take a 4.0. A 4.0, like all the Silver Age books, I usually start at that grade. The 2020 average for this book was $703 on 22 sales. The 2021 average was $1,392, just falling short of that double. The 12-month rolling average was $1,577, and the 90-day average dropped all the way down to $1,458. But guess what? The last sale right now jumped up to $1,675 just in May of this year, 2022. With that said, guys, you're getting a little bit of a bump now that they started working on this movie. Some of the stuff that's going to be coming out, I'm not sure if it's going to be good or not. Like I said, some behind the scenes stuff from actors I have heard not that great. So if you own this book and you don't want to own this long term, do me a favor, drop it out of the collection right now, get the most money you can for it, and move on. And that is my drop for the week. With that said, we're going to jump into the Cop of the Week, guys. The Cop of the Week is none other than Amazing Spider-Man number 252, the first appearance of the symbiote and the black costume in the main Amazing Spider-Man title. So why am I copying this book? Plain and simple. While everything is coming down in the market, these books are starting to come down as well, and we know that the symbiote has a future in the MCU. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home by now, at the end of that movie, we saw a little piece of the symbiote break off from Tom Hardy's Venom, stay in the MCU universe. So you know eventually they're going to get a Venom and a black symbiote in the MCU. It's going to happen. It's going to attach itself to Peter Parker, and we're finally going to get the true black costume Spider-Man we've always wanted in a great movie. With that said, we're going to jump into the numbers of this book. We're going to start at a 9.8. That's right. I always say with these modern books, even though I only own a 9.2, a 9.6 or a 9.8 is really where I want to be with these books, so you're going to get the most pop for your money. However, if you own a lesser grade, I would say stick to 9.2 or over. I think you're fine. But again, if we're talking about money, we're talking about valuation, stick to the 9.6, 9.8. But anyway, 9.8 2020 average was $636. The 2021 average boomed up to $1,704. You almost got a triple on this one, guys. The 12-month rolling average was $1,834, and the 90-day average is up to $1,957. But check out the last sale. The last sale in May of this year was $1,440. This book has dropped like a stone. I think it's going to go up at some point relatively quickly. When we get any type of news about the symbiote, you're going to get a great deal on this book right now. I think it's come too far, too fast. I think it's a great time to own this book for the long term. Again, if you want to buy it for the short term and you get a great deal on it, I think you may get a nice pop where you could probably make 20-25% if you get a good push. Regardless, around $1,500 or under is where I'd be buying this book right now, and this is my cop for the week. We have collectors out there who don't want to spend this type of money on some books, and that's great. I totally understand that, guys. So I'm going to give you an alternative, okay? My alternative, of course, is Secret Wars number 8. This beautiful orange pink cover is one of my favorite covers of all time. Again, I took a 9.8 copy of this book because I thought it was unbelievably affordable when I saw the price. The 2020 average for this book was $355. The 2021 average was $702, so just missing that double. The 12-month rolling average was $762, and the 90-day average up to $777. But guess what? Last sale right now dropped down to $697 this month in June. So we're only 3 days into June as I'm filming this video. This book has dropped a little bit. I'd be all over this thing. If you guys haven't checked out my last video, I decided to send some of my books to CGC. I had 2 copies of Secret Wars number 8, so I'm getting ready at some point when this book pops to probably sell one of those copies, so keep that in mind. I'm a buyer of this book right now, just as I am Amazing Spider-Man 252. I think I always call 252 the money book. That's where we want to be. That's to give us the most bang for our buck going forward. I do think you can get a short-term pop when we get some news, but I think long-term, you're 100% fine owning this one. This is the one I want to own out of the 2. But again, both are fine in my opinion. With that said, guys, this is Copper Drop episode 9. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, it is getting really tough to find books that I really want to drop right now, right? It has been a little hard to kind of find stuff and say, hey, I want to let this book go because so many things have dropped so quickly. I think it's a really good time to be buying books. I saw a video from Dave from Comic Book Investments. He did a great video about long-term comic book investments being better than stock investments, especially during inflationary times. The bigger blue chip keys are what you should be buying right now. I know some of these are not big blue chip keys, but I think these being Spider-Man keys are probably the best investments you can buy out there right now, so keep that in mind. Don't forget, drop me comments down below about the t-shirts if you guys are interested. I think these things are awesome, especially for 20 bucks plus shipping. I'll ship it out as cheap as I can, but I'm just trying to gauge the market and see how many I need to order. With that said, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way out. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.